welcome back to Nightly Nerds. I'm Tote.
And I'm Ginger.
And we're playing...
Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night.
Ritual of the Night.
So, this is yeah, it's gonna be a little loud.
This is, what? No, it's good.
So this is a sequel, to a sort of sequel to the Bloodstained retro game that's supposed to be, you know, a spiritual successor to Castlevania, but... after playing it myself last week when it came out, it has like the same characters from the first game, but has no story connection.
Interesting.
So like, I don't know if they're doing like a readaptation of like trying to, you know, this is now technically the first game in the chronological order because they plan to do more games.
Yeah.
But
because these are like Castlevania.
Yes. This one is
cool
more
background.
Yeah, this one is more attuned to Symphony of the Night and the Metroidvania style. All right, so our character's name is Miriam. The save name doesn't matter because we can change it later. So
oh,
let's see if it worked.
So this is for the Game Grumps.
One of them, anyway.
The Game Glumps.
Game Glumps. Yeah, because Game Grumps, they played the original Bloodstained, and you know it was really cool to watch. And then like Aaron backed this game, and then he also backed it, and then the Game Grumps backed it. So Aaron has his own. So if you put in the name Ego Raptor, you get an Aaron headface thing.
Ah.
But if you put in Grumps, you get a Dan headface.
You get
thing.
a Danny Abaddon.
Yep, that's why I gave you one or two.
Danny Sexbang.
And granted, me and Larry are more Danny fans than we are
Aaron. I have nothing against Aaron, but
I have
just
nothing
something
against
about
Aaron,
Danny.
but yeah, it's just okay. So this is a minor explanation of the story. You don't need a whole lot about it.
No longer would spirituality be their compass. And not all welcomed the change. In 1783, just as the fires of the Laki eruption had plunged all of Europe into an ashen darkness.
Ooh, I don't remember that.
You know what? I'm gonna look up the
It
Aki
fell
eruption.
upon this English.
Laki eruption.
The city of English City?
Yeah, so they don't do specific things. They do Paris as like a specific name later. Alchemists are like mages.
Had done the unthinkable to defend their existence. Through recondite arts, the alchemists had created shard binders, humans transplanted with crystal.
Yeah, 1784.
power.
February 7th,
Oh.
1784.
Is that the one that started the mini ice age, maybe?
Yeah.
Doing so through the gates of the world.
I think it was like before that they were actually growing grapes in England and making wine, and then that mini ice age hit and they haven't been able to grow
Yeah, it
grapes
just like
since.
decimated England.
Yeah. Okay, maybe I have heard of it then. You know what's funny is,
As for the shard
I am not a climate change denier, but there's a lot of factors. Like human beings have affected it, yes.
And we've affected it more.
But there's
so.
also like an ebb and flow to the temperature and the way the way the Earth's tilted and this distance from the sun and blah blah blah, and then how much heat the sun's putting off that controls the climate on Earth, and just even small differences can affect it greatly.
Yeah.
And I guess right now the sun is actually it's coming out of a hot period and going into a cooling period, which it does every so often.
Yeah.
And so like even though our climate change is affecting it, it could now swing the other way and get really cold.
Yeah. And honestly, I'd be okay
In the
with
next
that.
100 years or so. I don't know how accurate that is.
I'd be
I heard
okay
that
with that.
somewhere.
So, in a nutshell, the alchemists, or quote unquote the mages, so like it's more of a steampunk mage than it is a
Traditional
traditional
fantasy mage.
Yeah. So they created shard binders, which are humans that got experimented on with shards put in them that
Yeah.
would use demonic power,
To fight off the demons.
or just in general.
Yeah.
And so we play as a shard binder because currently, like, there was a big thing after the eruption. Someone did a spell thing, and like these demons poured out of the volcano.
Yeah.
And Miriam, our character here, has been asleep for 10 years.
Ah.
Johannes, are you certain it was...
It was Jeebel's doing, Miriam. No mistake.
Jeebel was the other shard binder.
From the other game?
Yeah.
Okay.
So hard to believe. I wouldn't even be alive if not for him. He's a good soul.
I know. I know how you feel. But the facts are apparent, and the hell he endured 10 years ago would break the best of souls, Miriam. I want you to know that I'm sorry. What my brothers subjected you to, there's no forgiving it.
It was their transgression, not yours. You always took care of us.
Obviously, not enough.
Well, let it go, Johannes. We need to focus on the task ahead. If Jeeble is responsible for the summoning, then I have to stop him. I gave him my word.
I ought to do it. He was my best friend.
But I'm the only one who can. The shard experiments prepared me for combat. 10 whole years. What put me in that sleep?
I wish I had the answer. All I know is the spell that stopped time for you was advanced, arcane. But by observing the ebb of the magic's hold on you, I was able to predict exactly when you would wake up. We'll make landfall soon. I have the chest there packed with
Blah 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 blah.
Yeah. So we get the choice of, because we get equipment. We get the choice of using boots as our attacking weapon or a dagger.
Ah, interesting.
I like boots.
Kung Fu boots.
Yeah.
Kung Fu shoes.
It does nothing for us, so I'll wear it for a while.
Good. You're prepared. The next order of business is to...
That is hilarious.
I'll take care of it.
Got that Danny Grump head. Oh!
So that's the shard magic. So we just got, by killing a demon, I gotta turn it down again. Not to mention I have to go in the settings and turn down the music volume, because I forgot to do that prior.
Is that a shard?
I'd forgotten the way it felt. Like uninvited claws scraping across my
Who would
bones.
invite claws to scrape against their bones?
Into that
Masochists?
shard, which forcibly
I don't know if they go that deep though.
Sometimes they
Against
do.
the bones?
strength you gain from
Maybe
it
the bones in your
is
hands or
undeniable.
fingers, but then it can cause nerve damage. It's dangerous.
The crystal will devour you.
I mean, there was that one guy who wanted to be eaten. You heard that story. Did I talk about that already?
Yeah.
It did, but that doesn't guarantee you'll be safe if you start absorbing shards in massive quantities.
I wonder if they actually charge that guy.
All the power I can get.
Maybe.
If I run into trouble, you can help.
I can't remember if he actually got time or not. I don't have my...
Promise you won't.
I have a device right here. Look it up. Anyways, there was a German guy who wanted to eat somebody.
Yeah.
And he found another guy online who wanted to be eaten.
Oh, yeah. He didn't get charged. It was complete consent. Yeah, so we got a new little spell.
It was like, because cannibalism is technically was not illegal at the time.
Yeah.
In Germany, I believe it was Germany.
All right. So now we're on the Galleon Minerva. Oh, that's right. I need to just turn the music down.
I named one of my horses Minerva in
Red Dead.
yeah, Red Dead Redemption. I believe Minerva is a goddess of war
I think so.
in one of the pantheons.
All right. So now we get to learn
This
about.
device responds to magic. Maybe I just need to hold my hand up to it.
It's funny hearing Miriam's voice come out of Danny's face. Judo kick. Hold on, I wonder if I can. Yep, there it is.
Un, deux, trois, huh?
Yeah, so like, depending on weapons that you have, then I freaking love this. Like, it gets explained earlier, but if you know the button commands, you can do it whenever. As long as you know the weapon it's attached to. So as an example, we go to Archives, and we go to Techniques, specifically shoe weapons, or the Kung Fu shoes or the Dragon shoes. You can do a quarter circle forward and square, and in 3 successions to do what she's doing here. I had to do them. Oh, I ran out of magic. It costs MP to do it, but like you can like float kick basically. And I thought that was pretty cool. And like there's every like
Excuse me.
one of the coolest things ever. Like, you can have all these techniques with different weapons, and if you master them, you can use them on any shoe type weapon or any great sword or so on and so on. Yeah, I got the hammer flail. His face. Oh, that's great. Okie dokie. So, rather than using, sorry, Daddy, we're just gonna take that away. It's too funny. It's too funny. All right, instead of using this water attack, we're gonna use the new weapon we got, which is a flail.
Ooh, a flail.
It's not a weapon; it's a spell. But we're gonna go over here. Keep exploring the Galleon.
I remember seeing the playthrough of part of a playthrough of Bloodstained, the first game.
Yeah.
But it was a different style in this, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the classic NES
like
Castlevania.
2D.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. This is more like Symphony of the Night, I
Yes.
guess.
And we got the tunic, so let's put that on to get some more defense. Yeah, see, so you come up to this little bookshelf here, and then like you read the book in it, and that's when it teaches you how to do the like different things.
Oh man, no, he did get charged.
Did he?
Yeah, that guy that ate the other guy.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know the story, I'll just bring it up. Guy wanted to eat somebody. It was his fantasy. He got rich somehow. I can't remember why. It was kind of like an average guy. Didn't have a lot, but then he all suddenly got rich. So he had a lot of money and time, and he got kind of become. I'm pretty sure he always had that fantasy, but he became more obsessed with it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like online forums where he talked about cannibalism a lot, and he found a guy who wanted to be eaten, who wanted to die and be eaten.
So we get a new one
So
here.
they hooked up together, signed an agreement. He killed the other guy. Well, first he chopped off part of him and tried to eat it. Didn't work out, and then killed him and ate him, or ate part of him. And then eventually police got involved, found out, he got arrested, blah blah, went to jail, or got put on trial, and they couldn't charge him with cannibalism because it technically wasn't illegal. And they're like, oh, it's like one of those things we didn't put on the books. We should probably put that on the books.
We should probably make this not a thing.
And then it was just like, was it assisted suicide or not? Because the guy supposedly wanted to die. And I'm not sure what the laws on assisted suicide were, but eventually they got it down till manslaughter. So then he got 8.5 years, but I guess they retried him or changed it because now he's in jail for murder, and he's got life in prison.
Oh dang. Oh, actually, for you, Larry, we're gonna run this game using a musketoon.
Musketoon?
We're gonna have a pistol
Nice.
instead of kicky weapons. So the way the guns work in this game, and
Level up.
so the way I also love that too. So like, there's her boots, and we can actually look at them here. So there's her boots, and then like different equipment that we put on will change.
Ah.
So like putting on the little kung fu shoes puts on actual boots. Just like putting on the Dan face.
There's a Dan face.
There's a Dan face. So the way the way guns work in this game is there's different types of ammunition to use. So like base, this gun has 5 attack because we have infinite rounds. We'll always have ammo to use, so we can attack. So we put on the soft point rounds, it bumps up to 11.
Ah.
Oh.
So those who don't know what a soft point is, it mushrooms more, so it has more impact when it hits.
Yes.
It's like a Full Metal Jacket, like the movie Full Metal Jacket or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a lead round that's fully jacketed, which means it has a copper jacket on it. And usually, when you buy that kind of ammo, they call it like a wad cutter or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's just made for target practice more than anything. But if you have something that's fully jacketed, it's got like a steel core or something, that's when you get like on your way to armor piercing. Not necessarily armor piercing, but like most ranges won't let you use steel core ammo on their range, unless it's an outdoor range, because it can go like right through a lead stop sometimes.
Yeah. So before you didn't see it, that little like cannon thing, that cannon demon we beat up. So it gave us another shard. Like it was scripted. Like no matter how many times we killed it, the first time was always going to give us something. So now we have a directional based spell based off of the right stick. So if I aim and hit right trigger, fireball.
Fireball. Oh, and you
Light
fire the cannon.
and
Nice.
shoot the wall. And then so like the guns technically have like a technique like the kung fu shoes did. So if I do the same attack and I hold down the square button, oh no, sorry, sorry, wrong gun. Wrong gun. The guns do have one. I just don't have the gun to learn it right now. Then we got that little guy.
It's kind of weird, like, just shooting things.
I mean, fireball.
Jeez, that's a lot of damage.
Fireball. But it costs a lot of MP to do it.
Yeah, I just mean, like, in a game where, like, I know, like, traditionally when I'm watching, like, a game like this, you're, like, fighting your way through, and you're like, just stop.
And that's the knife. I used great swords on my playthrough.
I mean, the knife is faster than the gun. 'Cause the gun's, like, a really slow shot.
It is. See, yeah, and, like, you can farm these guys, because these guys will drop, if you're lucky enough, will drop different types of rounds. It'll even have hollow point rounds.
Oh, almost.
Let's see if this guy has any techniques with it I don't know about. Nope. Can't figure out the button inputs if it does. And now we have a map. We know where stuff is. Okay, so I'm gonna get us to our next little save point. Make sure to get all the
treasures on the way.
All the treasures on the way. Oh, dang it, come on. Short sword! That's what I used for a while. Chopped his head off. That was pretty satisfying. So yes, it's this bookshelf that when we read the book, it tells us, hey look, you can do this with Kung Fu shoes and dragon shoes. Alright, so I believe this is a save point. Yep, and that's gonna end this episode.
Alright everyone, that'll end this episode of Nightly Nerds. As always, I'm Tote.
And I'm Ginger.
And we'll catch you guys next time.
Bye bye. Hey, did you like that video?
Well, if you did, click the box on the right for another.
Click the box on the left for a playlist.
Of course, you could always just subscribe by clicking the link in the middle.
Come find us on social media.
There are links in the description below.
Don't be afraid to leave us a comment.
Thanks for watching. I'm Tote.
I'm Ginger. See you then.
Bye.